So we did it last night. We made a movie clip. I'll leave the link. It's not a link for the movie clip that we did, but it's going to be a link to what this group is. And I could have made a slight error in this. And one of the slight errors is that what they were doing is they were sort of improvising, and they were listening to reggae music and smoking bongs, and they had the extra, like they made the whole place really smoky with a machine to make it look like everything was real. And I was a little bit in it. I mean, I wasn't out of it, of course not, but I was in it. God, I'm wearing the same shirt again. Guess what? Sometimes during the day I go to the laundry, I go back to, and I wear the same shirt. So they did this whole bit, and I was in at the end, and I said to myself, you know what, I can't, there's something, I can't be in this. It's no good. I have to get out of it. The only thing that was good for me is I get to sit in the judgment chair. You get to sit in the judgment chair, and you get to rock back and forth. Not side to side, but you can think, or you can think. Or how better do you think, leaning back in a rocking chair? What's going on? What's going on? And then boom, all of a sudden from out of nowhere, EMP. Yeah, EMP. Electric Magnetic Pulse. Is that what it is? What is EMP? I gotta look it up. But you can look it up too. What's the difference? I only come here to wake up 8 billion people in the world. Well, I'm sorry if I woke you up a little too early, right? There's going to be a time where you're going to bump into my video, or someone's going to tell you about my video and you go, check out this guy. He's talking about nonsense. Well, wait a second. I'm talking about total sense. Electric magnetic power. But what if you had an H before it and you said hemp? If I built a house out of hemp, can I stop that electromagnetic power or whatever it is? Can I stop something with hemp? What does hemp do? What I do is I break down words. I break down words for the word itself, for the letter position in the alphabet, but hemp is H-E-M-P. What if it's military police? Military police. What is H? Where does H come from? You can't get an H. An H is 8. The only thing that 8 does is 8 goes around 1. Eight goes around 1 when it's on a cube. Because if this was your square part of your push-button telephone and not your rotary with the little circles in it, so what's the difference between the rotary and now the push-button? Rotary and push-button. Push buttons. So because of the letters, because of the value of the letter, because of the reverse value of the letter, because of numbers, where A is 1 and Z is 26, and methods. Instead of A1, we're going to use Z as 1. Instead of using A as 1, we're going to use M and N as 1, and we're going to split the alphabet that way. Gematria does it. M and N is 1 and 1. See, gematria climbs a ladder, goes down the ladder, and then goes over. Or it goes up the ladder and goes down the ladder and goes over. There's also Chaldean. Now, I don't get into all of these. I need more paper or people writing things down. But if I don't write it down myself, sometimes I won't notice certain things and it'll just flash by me. But if somebody was able to, I have to drill into my head every letter for Chaldean, because the alphabet is easy for me, but Chaldean is not. Gematria is not. And I haven't done Kabbalah. What am I doing this for? When you know the truth, when you know the truth, even when you go to sleep, you will still know the truth. Where is the other 8? We can look at the deck of cards. The 8 comes with 2 center dots. Let's call it 2 moons. The birth moon of Luna and Demas and Phobos. Demons and phobias. And Phobos. The bus. The mistake. They tell us in the names of things. They said in the Bible, they said in the Quran, they said it everywhere. that God is in all of us. And if he's in all of us, then all that information is in all of us. Why in the world would they call the moons, okay, of Mars, Deimos and Phobos? It sounds like demons and phobia. So many things just sound like what I believe they could be, and I'm making them be what they are, because to me, what they are, oh my God, what they are can be what it actually is, part of an explanation, leading us, telling us. The truth is out there, my friends. Then we take math, 5 times 2, and there's only 9 numbers and 0. And 0 times everything is 0. So there's a story to that too. What is 0? I'm not going to get into that right now. Yeah, so I'm just looking right now at this page. Deimos, Phobos, Lunis. Sun reader. Lu is the read. Lu or lut, the fight. How about diapers? Are you wearing your couche today, which is a diaper, and this is sleep late? Coucher is to sleep, and this is couche-tard. This is late night. Could mean both ways. Mars, Mary, birth in Mar. But no birth in Mars. The S 19. 19. The R letter. 1 and 8, the 18th letter. 1 and 8, the 18th letter. 1 and 8 is 9. The I already looks like a 1. It's already 19. The S, 19th letter. The M letter says to love. The M letter says to love. Why? Because when you turn the M letter, the other way, it says 3. But in French, it says trois. And it also sounds like the roof of you, or the roof over your head. M means to like. I use it as to love. To like, to love. So many things simplified. So it's almost like saying Mars, Jews, and the year. Mars, the birth of Jew and the year. You see, U is 2 and 1 together, the 21st letter. U is the 21st letter. Now, I just want to talk about just this. You see, you have 1 between 2, but you have 2 and 2, and that's your 4. That would be your 4 Mars. This would be your Venus, okay, representing the Mars moons, and your Mercury representing the Earth moon. Mercury starting with the letter M, capital letters at the beginning. They have a function. There's a whole list in the contents and of how everything has to align and what the numbers will do and where the numbers take you. I'm not even doing this, and I don't feel I'm explaining this properly. 8 times 6, 8 plus 6, 8 divided by 6, 8 minus 6, and do all these little calculations. And if you divide it, 6 divided by 8, it's almost like saying 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 3. 4 and 3. So already you're in DC. DC is created from numbers 1 and 3, which is love, the roof over your head. 1 and 3, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is half of this, 4 and 3. The same time, we have the power. Where is it again? Where is it? Becomes a 9. Now it's 9 and 8. First it was 6 times 8, 48, but now it's 9 times 8, 72. The difference is 24. 2 and 4. Now what does 2 and 4 do? 2 and 4 says 5. 2 and 4 says 9. It actually is 42. 24 is the cat. 24 also gets a representation where it says 80, 4 times 20, because 4 and 2 are in there. It's just part of an equation. Or do we have to separate it because it now has 3? Now what I want to get back to is this. Because when I add this to this, I will create the 4 cube. So it takes B and B without the 1 spirit. That's your Mars. You add in your creation 1 inside 2, 1 inside Venus, Mercury through Venus, okay, and you end up with Earth. 3rd planet Earth, 4th planet Mars. Did I do that right? 1 and 2 is 3. And this is B and B for baby. And this is alpha with beta. I'm trying to see something else. There's something else. I want to just do this here. Have you ever seen this thing? 3 over to 7, you have to add 4. And 1 over to, okay, 9, you have to add 8. So how can we do this on our phone? Because on our phone, it looks like this and like this, right? Over here is 3 and 7, 1 and 9, the same distance. So what do? We do this. We go all the way to here, okay? Or we can go all the way to here. We go to here, back to here, and over to 9. Okay, that's what we can do inside 5. There's another way to do it. Okay, if we were going over towards 9, okay, what I would do is I would go from here, down to here, down to here, down to here, down to here, okay. Now, I can't go into the center. There is no center. So I would have to go up to here and then down to here. The other way, if there was a center, I'd have to use a 4-cell block to create a stopping zone. See the on the line here? And what I would be doing is, okay, since the other area would be up here, right? Let's say start here, right? Come here, go over to here, go over to here, go over to here, go over to here, and then in through 9. And what design is that? And see, that's only part of it. And you see the way the RA comes out inside of there? Now, if you're doing number 7, right? If you're doing it the other way, you just put a straight line through. Okay? So if I'm putting a straight line through that way, okay, you see what happens to it? It almost looks like the beta. Not even really sure of the design. The other thing is, on your telephone, you have the star key, you have the 0, and you have the pound key. You ever try to figure out how that works? First, we'll put the pound key. Okay? First, we're going to put the pound key. Here's the pound key. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here's the star key. And there you go. These 3 explain this. And this. Everything around 5. 8 around 1. 8 around 1. And that one is the 5 position. 5 plus 1 equals 2. 6. What does 0 equal to? 6. It's the half-life. 4, 5, 6. 4 times 5 times 6 equals to 120. Add 1 to 15 equals to 120. 216, okay, or 2160 is the moon diameter. If we multiply that by 3 and is it 3.5? Or actually it's 1440 times 1.5, or 1440 times 5.5 equals 7920. That's the Earth diameter. That one's the moon. Okay, equals to 2160. And if I get this right, the Mayan, right, the Mayan count of 25,920, 2 plus 5 equals to that 7. So whatever I'm doing already exists. It's already relevant in this world. It exists in this world right now. It has a name that was given by science, by the smartest people in the world. So whatever I'm working on has already been done by the smartest people in the world. I'm working with what they said, all what the smart people said, all of what the scientists said, all of what the Bibles wrote, all of what was said. Even if you want to go deep into the Bible, you want to use the Bible names. There might be 3 different kinds of spelling. Some stuff is lost in translation. Nobody, the new generation didn't see the Canadian dollar bill, and if they did, they looked at it as a dinosaur because we don't use it. And some places don't even accept it. But I'm born into the era that in between and after era, I'm in my presence. I'm in my presence, right? Do I want any presents for my birthday? I absolutely do. I love the presents. I like the good presence of what is, that is the presence of. I don't need a gift. I am gifted, I believe, because I can take my time, and with my time, I can bring myself joy just here, knowing that at least one person is watching. I'm proud of what I have done and what I have accomplished, and I've got nothing accomplished other than some of the art in my apartment, but it's not my fault. All this art actually comes from the smart people. What they did, I just connected their ideas. 1 through 36. 1 through 36. Binary code. Pi. Phi. Raphael. 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. When I spoke and I started this, 8 didn't exist. It doesn't exist because we have to start with how to get to 8, right? And is it because it's 4 on one side, 4 on the other side? That's 8. But then if I put 1 between 4, I have to open it up. So I become from a single square to 4 squares, where the spirit is online and you can see a cross because of these lines. Very important to use these lines. Do you follow what I'm saying? Here's how I got the 4. The only way to get the 4 is with BB. In French, they say, I'm not going to say it properly, okay, but each to our own vibration, our own expression, with our own tongue, our own sound from our breath of our mouth, a swing of our tongue. Swing is a smell, swing is also a swing you swing with, and swing is a smell, and pigs. Anyways, because you have 4 here, once to see this single dot here, where do I get that single dot? Is it a single square, that single dot? Does that mean if that's a single dot that each row will now have a total of 9 because of the center? If we remove the center, we can get a square from 4. Here we get a square from 9. 9 and 4, the number to Uranus, 94. 49, 7 times 7, green. Because of the position of the letters in the alphabet, nothing is me, because it already exists. You're just hearing it from me. What are we going to do with this at the end? We're going to bring it all together. We're going to create something. Edna. Maybe Edna's coming back. Edna. You all know Herbie? Electric company. Herbie the car. Runs on its own. Volkswagen. VW. 22nd, 23rd letter. 45. Isn't that funny that Volkswagen had a car called Fox, and FOX equals to 45. We're going to let it go right now. We're not letting nothing go. Nothing ever goes away, at least not with me. I'm proud to say and proud to be, and thank you for watching. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. We had a group here called Loeb last night, and they did some kind of video. And yeah, I wasn't in it. I didn't want to be in it, not me. But I needed to promote. We need to promote to get to the truth. Thank you for watching this video.